Hello, Nigeria. Good day. This is Social Media Scoop on Kaftan TV, and I'm Choma APC. Today, we're bringing you the biggest stories buzzing on social media. We're talking about disturbing security concerns in Kaduna State. We're talking about entertainment clashes, controversies across social media platforms. So stay with me. Let's dive in. Hello, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. This is still Social Media Scoop on Kaftan TV, and I'm Chioma ABC. Let's begin. The Kaduna State Police has confirmed the abduction of about 177 worshippers from 3 churches in Kaduna State. Following earlier controversies concerning the report when Kaduna State Police had initially denied that such abduction and attack had happened in the community, we have Joseph John, the chairman of the Christian Association of 19 Northern States, stated in an interview that security operatives were given information as soon as the abduction took place. This has sparked controversies online, with Nigerians reacting in different ways. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this. Our first reaction on X tweeted, "In a functioning country, the police who came out to deny the kidnapping would have been sacked by now. They wouldn't even apologize. What country are people still clinging to? Nigeria is on free fall." Another commenter, Edie, tweeted, "Police is the federal government puppet now. They wouldn't want to say the truth so that their paymasters would be seen in the bad lights at international scene on useless people." Our final reaction, we have Desmond, who said, "Tinubu's government is like a white speculator, always trying to look good outside, but we all know that inside is completely rotten." I have with me a seasoned political analyst, Emeka Opara, here with us. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Thank you, Choma, for having me. Good morning. Glad to be back.
And Happy New Year.
Same here.
Thank you so much for being here. So before I ask you what I want to ask you, I want to take a reaction of former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. He tweeted concerning this, and he said, "We're not going to take everything, but it's going to display on your screen. Since it has now been confirmed that over 150 worshippers were kidnapped from churches in Kaduna, where and how did those who denied the incident initially get their information? And since those who denied threatened to punish the people said to be spreading falsehood, who now face the punishment? In any serious country, this would trigger decisive national action, clear communication, and visible leadership. Leadership is not only about grabbing power, but it's also about presence. It's about speaking when citizens are hurting, acting when lives are at risk, and showing clarity that every Nigerian life matter." He furthermore still made more statements on his X account. Emeka, when we see incidents like this, where the police come out and they say the information of the worshippers being abducted from church are false, and saying that they will prosecute who spread such rumors, but we have the chairman of the Christian Association of 19 Northern States, Joseph John, stating that these police were aware, were immediately giving a signal about this abduction. Will this not make Nigerians to lose hope in the police? What's your thoughts?
Of course, because this is a national embarrassment, not just an embarrassment for at the national level, but internationally, because as you know, Choma, the world is now a global village. Whatever happens in Nigeria, of course, because of the access of in the internet, it's all over, it's there. Yes. And it's very, very embarrassing that we're here, because I watched one of the videos when one of the spokesmen of the Nigerian police was saying the reason they denied it was because there was no evidence.
Yes.
How is that even possible? That, okay, who is supposed to provide the evidence for the police? Are they not supposed to act on information? They received information and they did not act on it. So they are just supposed to be there without, the citizens are supposed to be the ones to bring evidence to the police. So where are they in existence? And this is what Nigeria is in a free fall, and with such a sorry state. And let me tell you, as it stands today in Nigeria, you know that kidnapping business is one of the fastest growing business in Nigeria as we speak. As we speak, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, a report made available between May 2023 and 2024, Nigerians have paid 2.23 trillion naira in ransom. That accounts for more than half of the national budgets on security? Are we making a headway? And you know why these whole things will continue persisting? Because remember the last time when people were kidnapped, the spokesman of the president came and was telling us that the contacts were made and they released them. Nothing happened to the kidnappers. That means it's an industry that keeps going.
And people speculated that ransom was paid.
Of course, ransom was paid. So this kind of nonchalant attitude to government is the reason why Nigeria is in such a sorry state. Let me tell you, there are 3 categories of Nigerians today as we speak. Okay. Those that have been kidnapped, those waiting to be kidnapped, and those that that have already been released. So every Nigerian is at the mercy of these kidnappers because there's no concrete steps shown by the government of the day to tackling this problem. And that's why we have such figures put out by the National Bureau of Statistics. I'm saying
initially, after they denied the claim, they came out and said, okay, release the names of the people that were abducted. We're going to have it showing on our screen now. The names of people that were abducted.
Tell me, Chioma, what has the police done since the names were made available? I'm waiting.
We've said it countless times on this table. Because kidnapping just has to stop.
When we say these things, some people will come out and say we keep criticizing the government. Of course, some of us are taking this as a job to keep criticizing because we don't have any other job, any other country. The reason most of us criticize these things is because that's the only, Nigeria remains the only country that we have. We criticize because we love our country, not because those who want to keep singing praises because they love the person in power should continue doing that. But for some of us, we've made up our minds that Nigeria is the only country we have and will continue playing the role of being the watchdog of the government because they have to sit up. If you are not ready to sit up, please exit through the window. So
we call on the security operatives to just do the needful so that this investigate into this and make sure that these abducted Nigerians, these innocent victims should be released, because I heard that as young as a 6-year-old is in their midst, of course. As old as 70, 80 is in their midst.
Some of them will just be there. Remember, it was only recently that the Reverend Archie family were released. That was after spending so many months.
And after we lost the Reverend.
The man, a lot of Nigerians are still in captivity. That's why I tell you that there are 3 categories of Nigerians: those that are brought in kidnappers den, those that have been released, and those waiting to be kidnapped.
You have a very strong opinion there.
It's unfortunate.
Thank you so much. Moving on to our next stories. The political tensions are rising as the governor of Kano State, Yusuf, attended a closed-door meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, showing tendencies of moving from the NNPP to the APC. In another light, we also have a chieftain of the APC stating that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu only announced the removal of subsidy, and subsidy was not really removed. This has sparked outrage among Nigerians. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to these 2 stories. Our first reaction on X, reacting to the Kano State Governor meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu concerning a possible defection from NNP to APC. We have the first reaction. Someone said, we already know what's cooking. Another reaction we have, sad to admit, Tinubu has won the next election. Strong reactions coming up there. Concerning the chieftain, APC chieftain Abiodun Ajibola, stating that the subsidy was not really removed. We have a reaction on X. @Bliss said, you only need to be a devil before you can wear the lace of a Nigerian politician. How can one say that President's first policy on his inauguration day was just a statement, but some APC leechers were defending that policy some months back until we discovered the truth? That's a very strong comment there. He made this statement in an interview on Channels TV, which has since gone viral and sparked conversations online. Emeka, when we see things like this, we want to ask him, what are we paying for the pump? So this is something that's, it's quite dicey, because we have the APC keep on talking about this subsidy removal, because this was his first act on the inauguration ground as president.
Subsidy is gone.
It's gone. That was his first statement. And now we have somebody coming out to say that he only announced it, that it was not removed. How does one, move away from such news at this point? And also, the governor of Kano State going to meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a possible defection. Do you think that is just making the APC more stronger, more stronger ahead of the 2027
Why is the APC
election?
stronger? What makes the APC stronger? Is it because they have all the governors?
Yes, because some school of thought believe that if all the governors are defecting, that means that's a clear win for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because they will deliver their states.
I saw one of the comments you read out. Somebody has said maybe the president has already won the election next year.
Yes.
Winning an election should be based on performance. And when Nigerians continue to make statements like this, it's sometimes I feel utterly disgusted about such statement, because it shows you that Nigerians have, mortgaged their future, or the future of this country, into the hands of politicians. It is not only the job of the politicians, to build a nation or to determine who should, becoming the person that should, when it comes to election, it is the citizens that will decide.
That should determine.
The fact that Nigerians feel that because all the governors have entered the APC, that means it's an automatic win for the president in 2027. It's rather laughable. All right. So, and the only reason why it's seeming as if when they come into the APC, that means an automatic ticket, is because Nigerians are a bit indifferent when it comes to politics.
We've gotten some reports that there's no automatic tickets for the for the APC.
That's
candidates.
for the APC is their internal agreement, whatever. But I believe that if we are being serious as citizens of this country, we should know that if all the 36 state governors should even be in the APC, that should not guarantee automatic tickets or automatic win for any. Because when you keep saying that because they are there now means they will just run, that means the roles that you are supposed to play as in electing your leaders, you are not living up to it. And the only reason why these politicians are so confident is because we have a very biased electoral empire. They know they've captured the INEC into their hands, and that's why there's even a recent video of an APC chieftain that came out recently to say that they've already won the election because they are going to share some certain amounts of money, and if worse comes to worse, they'll cause a glitch. I don't know if you heard such a statement.
I've not seen that.
It's all over the internet. So these are what we keep talking about. And that's why when some of us make this statement that 2023 election, that shambolic display, that disgrace that has brought Nigeria into this sorry state, is if they want to repeat it in 2027 and all Nigerians just want to sit by and watch, then it's rather unfortunate. I believe as Nigerians we should wake up and stand up and be involved in the governance of our country. Because what is the role of a citizen if not to be among, you should participate in the electoral process actively, to know, to elect those that will serve you, so that at the end of the day, those people will be accountable. Not unlike what we have now. Because what we have now, people in positions of authority who think they are doing us a favor, and that's why they can do anything and they get away with it, and we're fine with it. Or Nigeria, let me tell you, Nigerian citizens have been reduced to bystanders, analysts, and entertainers. We are mere spectators in the electoral process. We are just there thinking the politicians are there and they'll build the nations for us, while we are here doing nothing. All we do is analyze, we clap for them, they do all sorts of shenanigans, and we are just there clapping for them. We cannot grow as a country if we continue like that. So I'm putting it back to the citizens. We should wake up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the politicians do. If they lie, they should collapse all their structure in the APC. For me, personally, and I believe that is a strong view of a vast majority of Nigerians, if we must build a nation, the citizens must be actively involved in the governance and policies of their country.
You're making strong points there, but what about the announcement by Biodun, the APC chieftain?
It's really laughable, because I feel these people, most of them feel that we were born yesterday. That's why you can be making such a statement. So that means that statement that Bola Ahmed Tinubu made at the inauguration ground, that it was a joke, or would you tell me it was a Photoshop? Because I remember some statements also coming from APC sometime in the past. I don't know. It's a bit laughable and confusing. And for me, I know that governance really is not really that confusing. But what we've seen so far is a whole lot of confusion. And I don't know how far we want to go with this. But I think most of us, our politicians should sit up because we have a country to build.
Okay,
yeah.
Moving on. We're moving on to more drama. As a former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami has met bail terms and was released, but soon rearrested by the DSS. Let's take a look at, let's just take one reaction on this. We have Dapsibe, who tweeted, "Where are the others before Malami? They were dragged. We have now moved on from all the court drama. They are now forgotten and left to enjoy the huge money left of their loot. They drag these people for a show and the whole process gathers dust in an obscure court. The strategy is to loot massively, get a slap on the wrist and 20% back to the government in forfeitures. In a few months, the noise dies down. They reinvent themselves as godfathers, sponsor candidates or their children into juicy offices. We keep going on round in circles." That's a very strong reaction coming from that person reacting to the probing of the former Attorney General of the Federation, Malami. But so when you see reactions like this, do you feel that Nigerians have lost hope in our judicial system? For somebody to say that all they do is to drag politicians who loot and we don't see what happens at the end of the day. They are not jailed. They only lose few, according to the comment, they only lose few percent of whatever they loot, and they go back again to enjoy the remaining loot, and they become godfathers or still vow for more. You know,
are you surprised by such statement? That person that makes such a statement is a typical Nigerian that has been learning from, is a key watcher of political events in this country. So it's very right, because one of the very famous phrases that have been made very famous by politicians is plea bargain. You know what plea bargain means?
Yes.
You steal a lot and you keep small to the state and you take so that one is a thing. And coming to the aspect of for me, yeah, all these are just drama, because we were here when they were dragging. You remember the Yaya Bello drama? I know you. I know you go there. And we were very well entertained. Yeah?
Yes, we were.
Because even the EFCC chairman came on and he was swearing to high heavens that he would do this if this.
Now what has happened to that?
But let me tell you, Yaya Bello is on track to becoming what?
Senator?
He will go to the Senate. He will. And let me tell you, if Malami today, Malami is from Kebbi State, if Malami should repent of his sins and declare to join the APC, his sins will be forgiven. It's as simple as that. Should we come here and start trying to be politically correct? So that are we here to entertain people? We are not here to entertain people, Choma. You know all these things now. Come on.
Okay, so that's your take on it. Let's just see what the EFCC does.
And I think Malami is getting a taste of his medicine too, because I know during his days he was very good at flouting court orders. All right, but one thing there, I think some arms were seen in his house. In his residence. Yes. Let the law take its course. But for me, I'm not too optimistic about these things. But if it should happen that he's sent to court and is jailed, I believe he should be in jail.
If he's found guilty.
If he's found guilty. But then there are empirical evidences to show that what were those arms doing in his house.
Maybe he has licenses.
He has licenses to own as much cash, such user. Didn't you see the pictures, the videos?
I saw it.
He had license to accumulate such. No, come
on. We'll follow that story as it unfolds, Emeka. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we will be talking about entertainment controversies, DNA saga, and Atiku warning his followers. Let's go on a short break.
Are you looking for your next unforgettable adventure? At Fly There Travel and Tours, we'll make travel dreams a reality. Whether it's a tropical getaway, a cultural city escape, or for business, study, or relocation, we handle your flights, your hotels, your visa process, and your custom itineraries so you can focus on your journey. So join thousands of happy travelers who've explored the world with us. Fly There Travel and Tours, your reliable travel partner. We are located at Block G Suite 9, Sky Memorial Plaza, Wuse Zone 5, Abuja. Our office contact 08060112613, and to get us on email, flytheretravelsandtours@gmail.com. Make your travel dreams a reality.
Welcome back. This is still Social Media Scoop on Kaftan TV. We are talking about DNA saga as popular Afrobeat singer Davido's father, Deji Adeleke, has put out a press briefing where he's talking about the DNA saga, and he's still insisting. In that video, in the viral video, he said that he had 14 grandchildren and one more would not hurt. But this said young girl is not the child of Davido, as several DNA tests has stated that. He's also accusing self-acclaimed blogger Kemi Olunloyo of impersonating the child and sending messages. We have a reaction on X, and someone said, "This is one of the most quiet billionaires in Nigeria and 100% of social media. For him to step up for a press conference, then Kemi is in deep trouble, as Davido has been targeted for so long, and it's time to finally put a stop to that." Furthermore, we have other controversies brewing on social media, as popular activist Very Dark Man and B Lord are at it again, as B Lord has gone to trademark the name Rattel. As we all know, Rattel is the name for the fan base of Very Dark Man. This has sparked a lot of controversies online. So Emeka, very quickly, what do you have to say about this DNA saga trailing popular musician Davido, and also B Lord trademarking the name Rattel, which VDM has responded and said that he has already trademarked Rattel years before now, or months before now. What's your thoughts on all this drama?
VDM, coming to that VDM only trademarked some of the, he did not trademark all the categories, so he left some, you know, spaces.
But I saw another video where he said he had now done all of them. Yeah,
that means B-Law's action actually prompted him to do that.
The
so
right.
I think that's one aspect of the thing that he should be grateful to B-Lord for.
Okay.
All right, so, and one other thing about this particular saga, I don't like the whole ethnic coloration being brought into it by VDM, because I don't think, because I've heard him several times talking about he's not fighting the Igbos. I don't think he's enough in the sense to fight a whole ethnic nationality like the Igbos. So he should take that out of it, because these are just two individuals fighting, having what I can call social media banter, saga. Yeah. So don't bring in that aspect of, because I've never seen anywhere where B-Lord you know, started making fun or
making it a tribal
thing. No, they should just concentrate on the issues and sort themselves.
Let's just take one reaction on that. Someone said, the truth is that B-Lord is also very street. He came from the ashes as well, so he's ready to get into the mud with you if need be. Both were able to match each other's craze. Now, why it be like this? If you are not biased, you will see that. And as an experienced businessman, he has an edge over VDM in business. Respect. Another person said, the CEO and president of Rattel, one showed a company and one showed an animal, because VDM showed the animal in a cage, while B-Lord is showing the certificate of the trademark, and even launched an app.
I'm telling you, you know, before now Rattel was just an animal, but today is more beyond that. How this is a great way to start 2026 for Rattel.
I saw somebody said that VDM should go and get Rattel, like R-A-T, another T, then the
Nigerians can be hilarious, I tell you. But
it's so funny.
As for that Davido's billionaire, this is the very first time I'm seeing the man, a perfect gentleman. I think he should take legal action if need be, because for him to come out, this is somebody that has a reputation to protect.
Yes.
All right. So when people just come out and make, you know, frivolous or spurious allegations like that, it shouldn't be taken lightly. All right. So for that Kemi Olunloyo, I think she should tread
face
carefully.
The law.
Yeah, she should face the law. Davido's father should, you know, take it legally, and let's get it clear out of the way.
Okay, well, moving on to clash over the 2027 ticket in the ADC. Atiku has called for the insult and the banters between the articulate and the obedient to come to a stop, because he's saying this is only giving an edge for the APC and Tinubu ahead of the 2027 election. So this now brings me to the question, Emeka, can APC really unite when they have different you know, personal ambitions of whoever they are following and so on? What do you think about
There will always be personal ambition, but I'm very glad with the fact that at least for once Atiku has come up to speak like this, like the statesman that he is. But when you have such a gathering, of course, they always tell you, Nigerians are always good at saying that politics is all about personal interest. So interest will always be there. But what I just believe and I pray that at the end of the day, they should all come together, join forces and see that they achieve that common goal, which is to, of course, to assist the present administration.
I really hope they can unite ahead of
they should be able to unite for the love of country. They should be, because it should not be about personal interest. Yeah, Nigeria is not smiling at the moment, and a whole lot of Nigerians are looking up to them, all right, to lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. In our Heartbeat segment today, we have the founder of Tantina Security Services, Tom Polo, giving a birthday wish to Festus Kayama, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, on his 56th birthday. So happy birthday to the Minister, Festus Kayama. So what do you feel that there's a improvement in our aviation section? Very quickly.
Improvements. Anyway, yes, but then for the fact that the cost of flights is still up, I don't see it, because if the prices of flights is now for the very low, the highly rated, or let's say the most well-to-do in the society, elites, then I don't think there's any improvement. It shouldn't be only for the elites. That's one area they should improve on.
Okay,
yes.
But happy birthday, happy 56th birthday to him.
Happy birthday to him too.
Thank you so much, Emeka, for joining us. It's always good to have you here with your very strong opinions, I must say.
We're doing it for the love of country, Chema.
And I hope to see you here again on Social Media
Always,
Scoop.
I'm welcome.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's all the time permitted for us on Social Media Scoop. I still remain Choma ABC. And I might add, the opinions we get online and the opinions of our guests are solely theirs and not influenced by Social Media Scoop or Kaftan TV. Thank you to my production team, and thank you for doing TV with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.